Hi everyone, this is Cesare Kilap and for today's video, I am going to share to you my family lineage from first generation to fourth generation. On my mother's side, the first generation was Odisa Pin and Olio Pahaya. They met in Shaton and eventually fall in love. Their offspring was Chupila Pahayat, which is my grandmother. Rufa was the mother of my grandfather, while Eustaquio Aranco is the father of my grandfather. They met in Cebu and had a child named Aurelio Aranco, which is my grandfather. On my father's side, the first generation was Victoria Handog and Lucerio Tubato. They met in Antulang and they fall in love. And they had a daughter named Chidora Tubato, which is my grandmother. Apollonia was the mother of my grandfather, while Felix Kilap is the father of my grandfather. They met in Shaton and had a son named Elpidio Kilap, which is my grandfather. In the second generation on my mother's side, Chupila Pahayat met Aurelio Aranco in Cebu and they got married and finally they had a daughter named Elsie Aranco, which is my mother. While in the second generation on my father's side, which is Chidora Tubato, met Elpidio Kilap in Mindanao and they fall in love and eventually they had a son named Rinaldo Kilap, which is my father. The third generation was the story of my mother, Elsie Aranco, and my father, Reynaldo Kilap. They met in the house of Tating Paira, which is the uncle of my mother, and they found themselves falling in love and finally got married and had a children, namely Trexie, Trisha, and Tizari, which is me. So we are the fourth generation of the family. I live at my father's side, which is called paternal, because the livelihood of my parents are here in Barangay 4, Chateau Negros Oriental.